World of windmills, dreams, and steady sparks of light. Model cars, giant schematics, pop culture in full flight. Sci-fi worlds he brings to life, each piece placed just so right. Step by step, a marvel grows in his hands, pure midnight. Waves, world building dreams, a vision clear as day. Every model, every scene, crafted his own way. Engines growl in his care, shiny grand in his mind through his YouTube lair. In each frame the universe blooms, tools and time into passion drives every beat, a symphony in his room. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagine taking flight, shining in the studio light. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light.
Yeah, I've gotta figure this out. I'm on Restream tonight, so can you hear me? That's the first thing. Can everyone hear me? I'm just gonna double check my little thing to make sure it's bobbing up and down. It is. I'm guessing you can hear me. Tonight we are going to be doing the unveiling of the Sprueverse challenge, but I have got my compadres waiting in the wings. I can see you, Phil and Lou. So hello, I will bring you in shortly. I always do my little monologue to start off with, though. And the first bit of the monologue is because I'm not in the retro room at the moment, I'm in the workshop. A lot of you probably didn't get a chance to see my finished Maximilian. There it is. So now Max has got motors, believe it or not, in his worry bits. But what I was finding was when I was turning them on, they go so fast, you can't actually see any blades. So it just looks like he's got stumps at the end of the arms. So I figured that's no point because I want to be able to just turn it on and leave it in the background. So I glued them all down in the end, and it's operated by a switch at the back, which turns everything on. But you will see that when it's in the retro room next. The other thing is on tomorrow, I'm going to be doing Darth Vader on the channel. And on Sunday, I'm going to do a video regarding this. This is the last tyre that we need to make for the Ferrari 250 GT. So I thought I'd go to town and do it really close up and show you how to do it easy, because I've seen some people on eBay wanting £100 to just make 4 tyres for people. When this took me, when I first started it took me 2 hours, 24 minutes. 24 minutes to make a tyre, and I'm going to hopefully teach that to you, so you'll be able to do that if you have got that Ferrari 250 GTO. So that's that. Other than that, not really much been going on this week. It's me just trying to get content together for what's coming and what is coming. Look, I wrote mystery box on this because this is a mystery. Just so you know, I haven't opened this box. It came last Tuesday. Phil said, do not open this box. So I haven't opened this box. It's been upstairs. It's still sealed. We're going to be opening it together so we get to see what's in there. But I am aware that there's a load of new people joining the channel tonight because they want to see the Sprueverse challenge, because I've been advertising this everywhere. So if you don't know what the Sprueverse challenge is, let me just give you a little bit of history. It started with myself and Phil Segal years ago building the ET spaceship. Looking like that. And there's our 2 finished models there. Now, I had to go through the history of this to see what models we actually built, because I didn't think that was the first model, but that was the first model that we did. And then the second model we did was one that I'm sure we both want to forget, although it's got pride of place in my garden, and that was the Pegasus Hobbies shark in 30 kilograms of resin. And that's my one up there. So that was the second one we did. Probably the one that's one of my, which spawned one of my favorite models was the next one, which was Build the Orca. And check that out. I look back at that picture now and I think, oh my god, the amount of detail in that, Wayne. What was you thinking of? And we did our unveiling for that. So that was the third Sprueverse challenge. But something was missing. Something was missing from our Sprueverse challenge. We just couldn't put our finger on what it was. And you know what it was. We were missing a dummy. We were missing an AZTEK dummy. We were missing Lou Dalmaso. So in our fourth one, we built the time machine. And again, that's got pride of place in the glass cabinet there. That's my one there. And we have got available. All of these videos are on the channel, just so you know, both my channel, Phil's and Lou's, and I'll give you the links for those guys when I bring them in. And then finally, the last one that we did was the Stan Arts Mechanical Shark, and again, that's on the channel there. And that brings us to present day of what we're going to be doing in 2025. So I'm going to be bringing the guys in somehow. So bear with me while I figure out how to do this. 1, 2, and then go like that. There we go. I'm just going to see what ways. I like that way. That way or that way. I don't know. What do you reckon?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the fact that he's in the middle, so we can keep a thumb on him, because
I can move him around, but no, you look good there.
dummy is to keep him in the middle.
How are you two? You okay?
I promise.
Oh, he's backwards. I promise I haven't started yet. He's wearing his I promise I haven't started yet shirt.
So I got this new Sprueverse challenge top, which again is in my store. I didn't know you guys have baseball tops. So the sleeves on these only come to here. They're brilliant. They're absolute. I've never even heard of them before. They're brilliant. I was like, I'm going to change my whole wardrobe for.
No, the new store is fantastic. Thank you for making the shift. It's a great product.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. I like designing things and stuff and all that. But what have you been up to then?
Well, I've been I've been working on the ATST, the Merlin models, which is an exact replica of the filming miniature of the ATST from Empire Strikes Back, seen for a staggering 2.9 seconds in the movie, which is awesome, considering the amount of anal retentiveness that went into photographing and detailing it. But interestingly enough, with all of the books and research, it's very hard to find production stills of it. Very hard to find, but stunning model with a working stop motion armature. So that's what I've been working on. That actually goes up tonight. Is
that finished now then? Because
yeah, it's finished. It goes on the goes up tonight.
Okay, and Lou, what have you been up to?
I've been working on the railroad. No, my video goes up tomorrow.
Oh wow, that looks like Medusa.
Oh, he's done Medusa.
Wow, look at that.
Beautiful.
Or as Jar Jar Binks would say, the Medusa Usa.
Is that the same people who did the Talos? Is that the
yes, it's the X Plus, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a brilliant model. Oops, you almost dropped it.
You know what's funny? I kid you not. That was going to be my next build. So I'm not. No, he's ruined my whole week.
Oh, bless. You're going to have a rethink of that. Okay, so I've got a box behind me, which I'm going to zoom out in a minute. But before we open that box, do you want to say, Phil, what's going on with the challenge this year?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Well, one of the things that it's becoming harder and harder to do is actually figure out, what we should do, because I don't want us to be building a model that's readily available, but I also want us to stretch our wings. And I thought, I've lost my connection. Reconnecting.
He's frozen. He's deep in thought.
He's frozen. I can hear you. Yeah, you're back. You're back again.
We lost the connection.
Yeah, you're back again.
Shall I just stand by?
Yeah, you're good. We can hear you.
I think he's lost the ability to see us, though.
Hello? You're still here. You can try that. We can hear you.
Hear you.
Ah. Come out. Technical problems. I would have my technical difficulties card, but I haven't got it on this computer. I've got the dogs in here at the moment because stand by.
I'm going to leave and try and come back in, I think.
Okay.
You do that.
I've got the let me change this. I've got a nice little backdrop to put on here. Look, so if I can get this working, hopefully. There we go.
Oh, isn't that nice?
That's better, isn't it?
That's nice.
Esther's at a book club tonight, so she's not here. So unfortunately, I've got these anxiety-ridden dachshunds that won't leave my side. So they're They're in here at the moment.
The doggies. He's got the doggies.
Yeah, which is all fun. But yeah, I've been good, Lou. I haven't opened this at all. So
I have not.
You've got yours, have you? Right. Okay. Cool.
Still sealed.
It's all cool.
I'm gonna get it open.
I wonder what's happened to him. I better keep my phone on just in case. Bless. I said we could hear him, but we couldn't see him. How is everyone in chat tonight? Lou's gremlin has broken loose. Yeah, probably. Phil probably stared into those Gorgon eyes. That's what's happened.
That's it. That was the hard part. Hard part was painting the eyes, because as soon as I got so far, it turned to stone, and I had to wait for it to wear off.
Is the internet down in California? No, I mean he did have internet. He was coming back on. So he's back again. He's back again. Hang on. There we go.
Back.
Let's see if we can bring him in.
There
Hello.
he is.
We can hear you.
And I'm not repeating myself.
We did. We got to the bit where you were just about to explain it, and then yeah, and that was it after that.
Well, no. As I was saying before, Lou pulled the plug on my computer, was that, you know, we've been trying to figure out what to do next. Obviously, I didn't want us building something that was readily available. And I do have to give full credit here to Mr. Dalmaso for saying, hey, why don't we scratch build something or do something in that nature? And you know, it made perfect sense, because I've never personally scratch built in recent time anything that was of note. So I thought it was high time that we do a scratch build. So this year, the Sprueverse challenge is to scratch build a vehicle of some kind. It can be a spaceship, it can be a car, it can be whatever you want it to be, in a universe of your choosing. But the machine has to have a story. You got to give it a story, and you got to use all of the parts that I gave that are in the box within reason. You're gonna add about 20% to your kit to make it actually viable. But that's the challenge.
So we don't know what's in here. Basically, whatever's in my box, I'm guessing you've got exactly the same stuff in your boxes as well.
Yes, the boxes are identical. The only thing that's slightly different is one of the models I had a difficult time getting 3 of. So they are the same thing, but from different companies.
Oh, okay. And it's not just vehicles. We can be building robots and stuff, couldn't we?
You can build a robot. You can build whatever you choose to build. But you're scratch building it. And again, you know, from a universe of your choosing, but it needs a story. So you've got to explain what it is. So if it's a vehicle of some kind and it has to go to another planet, you got to give us some rationale as to how it works. But other than that, I think what's going to be exciting about this challenge is to do a pure scratch build. Yeah, that's the exciting thing. Now you're going to need to come up with some kind of elements for it. I've given you most of everything you'll need, but I think about 20% of it is going to be pure you. Whatever you want to do. You know, if you want to go out and get a couple of toilet roll cards, use them. If you want a soap bottle, use it. Whatever you want to use. But this is going to be fun.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do, we did have some rules as well, where we're doing everything off our own back, so we can't like call in like reinforcements from people to help us and stuff. So
no, you got to use your own resources. So some of us are, you know, have resources that others don't. Obviously, the great AZTEK dummy has the ability to create masks, which, you know, I hate him for, really hate him for, because the jealousy level is through the roof. But you can, if you can create something on Tinkercad or whatever you want and print your own stuff, you certainly can. And you know, whatever your skills and resources, but you can't rely on someone else. So don't call Keith Tomlinson. Don't call Jeff Fink. I mean, there's a list of people you cannot call.
Don't call Ralph.
Don't
we
call Ralph.
We were going to call this the scratch and sniff challenge or something, but I was trying to make some artwork for it as well. someone just asked, where is it? About do we have to use everything in the box?
Yes, you have to use everything in the box within reason. Now, you know, you're going to have a few parts on a couple of the sprues that you just couldn't fit in, and that's perfectly acceptable. But when you do your reveal video, I would appreciate you demonstrating the fact that that you can show your work. So in other words,
I think you should have to save the parts you don't use and say, okay, here's the bits I didn't use.
That's right. I think that's fair. Yeah.
We also went through the eventuality that we're not allowed to mince up the parts, melt them down, and like vacuum form them into something else.
No, you got to make something out of the parts in the box.
As is.
Right. Well, okay. We'll have a chat then, because I'm going to open this box.
Open?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah. Open your boxes, gentlemen.
Start your engines.
Start your engines. I can't wait to see Lou's face when he sees one of these kits. He's going to be really upset.
Well, let's change the camera so people can see what I'm seeing for the first time. Wow. Okay. We've got bubble wrap.
Phil.
Yes.
What the heck is this? What were you thinking?
What have we got here? Let's have a look. This is
all I got are like underwear.
We got some styrene sheet in here.
No, you didn't.
I got underwear, socks, a couple of Sprueverse t-shirts. You're sending me your laundry, Phil.
Oh my god! But I'm going to put this to one side so I can then put it out so you can see it. So we've got a howitzer, isn't it?
Are you serious? Wait a minute. No, he's kidding me. He's screwing around with me.
Look, Sprueverse t-shirts, underwear, and socks is what I got.
He's lying.
That's the wrong box. He's got the wrong box.
You're sending me your laundry. You're sending your laundry out for me to do.
Wait a minute. You're upstaging with your joke. You're upstaging the whole reveal of what's in the box.
Okay, so we got a howitzer, a heavy infantry gun.
Okay, yeah. No,
okay.
That's going to be for your Greeblies.
Okay. We've got
there is nothing you can do with this kit. There is nothing. Nothing you can do with this kit.
Wait a minute. You built this, Lou, didn't you?
Yeah, several in my lifetime, yes.
So this is a kit which we're going to have to repurpose and do something with.
Yeah. So, what I love about this is the fact that I remember Lou saying that this is one of the most. I can't remember what he said. It was one of his videos years ago, but this is one of the most poorly created kits in the history of kit building.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm going to give it right back to him because, listen, you can cut your parts up. Obviously you've got to cut your parts up, and you got to be creative with them. You got to figure out how you're going to, plug them into something.
This is a Wombles display.
I can find more uses for the bubble wrap than I can for that kit.
We can use the cardboard on the box. What are these?
Okay, so these are actually packing caps from the top of a shelving unit that came.
Yeah, they're stoppers.
And I thought they look really interesting. Now, Wayne, if you look at those caps for a second. Yeah. If you take them out of the thing for a second, and stack them together, look what happens.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna bring a camera up and do this on camera because I don't know what I'm doing. So hang on.
Okay.
So here we go.
This is what I fell in love with. If you stack them all, you get a thermonuclear reactor.
Look, they all come apart, so they're singles as well.
Yeah.
All right.
So
okay.
You could, if you wanted to glue them all together like that. Look at that. You've got some kind of a global thermonuclear engine.
A lovely little warp core you got. There.
Yeah.
Isn't that what the rebels blew up on Hoth?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, and then so in this kit here, this is wow. So yeah. This is going to be interesting. What did you build?
Yeah. Now the other thing too is in the styrene pack, the great thing about this odds and ends kit that I gave you is it's actually got everything you need for panels, for detailing, for paneling, even for a cockpit. There's some clear in there if you want to use it. But
I lost mine already.
but
so it was sold this way. I thought this was a pack you made up.
No. This is sold this way, and
Yeah,
I thought that's really clever. Because I think when I saw it, when I saw it, I opened it up. I thought you've got all kinds of really fun stuff in there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, you can create all kinds of wonderful paneling with that. You can add your greeblies to it. You can do all kinds of fun things with it. Now,
there's loads of styrene sheet.
Yeah. So feel free to light your invention if you choose to. If you choose not to, that's perfectly fine. But I am very curious to know or to see what comes out of this.
I'm going to have to get to the drawing board first and figure it out. Apparently, you
Right.
really triggered Lou.
No, I knew. Yeah, but I think, look, he's excited. I think he's gonna come up with something fun.
The wheels are spinning.
All right.
So what do you think, Lou?
So then the question is when do these have to be present? When are we presenting?
So this will be the first Sunday after Easter. Sorry, the first Thursday after Easter Sunday, which I think is the 27th, something like that.
The 24th. I thought.
Yeah.
April 24th will be reveal night.
So we've got almost 2 months.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying that they'd love to do a group Sprueverse challenge where the community could do it.
Well, everything there is readily available. If you want to build along with us, why not?
So what are these two kits? So we've got the kits are the Star Trek K7 space station.
And
which I'm sure I saw Lou doing this on the channel recently. Actually, I've been going through your channel, Lou, and the SIG 33 heavy infantry gun.
Okay, you got the different box, I guess, or I got the different box.
Okay, you got a gun as well.
They're slightly different guns. Everybody's got a slightly different gun, but they're guns from the same scale. So and a lot of these are interesting. They're go-tos for ILM for Greeblies over the years. So they're actually very cool. If you look in those boxes and you take a hard look, there's some really fun little Greeblies in there.
Yeah,
lots of stuff you can just plant on for detail. So it could be a lot of fun.
No, definitely a lot of detail in there. My daughter's on tonight.
Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte. Bless her. I think when we're all done, you need to put it out to the public vote for a winner. It's more of a point of can we actually do it?
No. Don't, if you start mentioning votes to Lou, he will leave. He will leave, and he won't come back.
Because the thing is, as Phil mentioned, I've never scratch built before. What about you, Lou?
I have made scratch built add-ons for things.
Yeah,
but I've never sat down from soup to nuts and scratch built an entire thing.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. I mean, I think that, and again, going back to what the question was, Wayne, if you show them the number of the other box, the grab bag, the grab bag,
9002, I think.
Yeah, they can get that.
9002.
That's readily available on eBay or Amazon or at your local. You can get that. It's very readily available. And, look, you don't have the caps. I'm sorry, we don't have the plastic caps. But, if you want to build along and take some photos, send them into Wayne. And I'm sure on reveal night, Wayne, if you've got time, maybe you'll show what you think of maybe we'll look at them and pick the top few that you want to show.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, no, that sounds very good. It's something that I was, as a matter of fact, it's something that I was planning on doing for Wonderfest this year because obviously I do my Wonderfest dealer room video, and after our discussions last year about giving recognition to models, I thought I'd actually just pick my 10 models that I like in Wonderfest and have them as a separate video.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's all cool. And then I won't be putting any chips down on people's models.
Oh no, don't do that. Please don't bring that up again. Yeah, I'll get yelled at.
My blood pressure just came down from the last time we talked. Why you got to do that?
Ian, Pitstain Hobby, scratch building and kit bashing is one of the coolest forms of modeling. Well, I said this is going to be a venture into a new field for me because I've never done that before. So it's making me slightly nervous. But then again, I've been slightly nervous with all of these challenges, to be honest with you, especially 30 kilograms of resin. But
yeah, no, well, that was the worst thing there.
That's the last part. After we finish this, we have to sink it into resin.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, there's no specific build. We basically do what we want, but we have to give a story behind of what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, I think Lou and I talked about this briefly, but I think that the fun part about this is if you can imagine that you are a modeler for a film. And, you know, whether you come in at the beginning and you're someone like, you know, the great Ralph McQuarrie, or you're a John Eves and you're a concept artist, you've got to draw something or create something, and then somebody has to go build it. So think of yourself as part of a modeling, you know, a model team, and you've got to build a model for a film or a television series or whatever it is, you know, and it's got to be something unique. And so that's kind of exciting, you know, because that's how all these models started. If you think about it, everything we love to build started as a concept drawing, perhaps, and then somebody built it. So this is the purest form.
Someone says you're already starting it, Lou. They've seen you fiddling around with it.
I spent so much time coming up with this gag.
Yeah, he got me though. I have to tell you, you got me for a second. I freaked out because this great lady who helps me at my local UPS store, she knows me. I'm there all the time sending stuff or picking stuff up, and so it wouldn't have surprised me. But I don't remember sending you that much swag. So, but he got me for a second.
Oh, the t-shirts are nice. It's the underwear and socks that I really do.
Yeah, the underwear and socks. I stopped producing those. I don't make them anymore.
Yeah, good thing there's no wooden parts, otherwise I'll end up burning it.
Well, the box will burn. You know, the cardboard will burn.
Yeah.
James Boy said, "There's scratch build is the only way to make models of the ships I want to make. Don't get kits like the Clyde paddle steamers. What are they?
Don't get kits of Clyde paddle steamer. I don't know. What is a Clyde paddle steamer?
Maybe that's why there's no model of it. Nobody seems to know what it is.
Why is your shirt backwards on the camera?
Because yours is too.
You can change that, Lou. There's 3 dots, and you click on the 3 dots and just untick mirror camera.
Video settings.
Hang on. Let me see if I can do that.
Yep, mirror camera. There we go.
I've just changed it back. I can do it from here, I think. Look. See that? Stop it, Wayne. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. We're all good now.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it's better before.
We're confusing the polarity. We're reversing.
All right, I have a World of Wayne question.
Okay.
Are your lyrics for your main title theme, are they AI generated?
The World of Wayne, the chorus isn't. Wayne's World Building Dreams isn't. The first verse is.
Which is like this from starships and
whatever all that's all about. Yeah, I got a clue.
Okay. Because I actually listened to it for the first time. And I thought, wow, that.
What I did was I got AI to generate the first, to generate a song, and it came out with that first song, but then you get the option to extend it. So with the extending, I put my own words in, and
I thought you gave it some code words or some terms to use.
Nah, I just said I'll give it a thing like saying I run a YouTube channel called World of Wayne, and I build models and I do a live stream. Can you write a song about it? But
really, which AI?
This is Suno AI, SUNO, Suno AI. Problem is, though, that you will find that what it generates can sometimes be just awful and the words just don't make sense. But you can change all the words, you see. So it's all cool. And then it will elaborate a tune to the words you write in. So it is fun.
Wow. No, it's very clever. It's
Well,
very.
the reason I used it is because I pay a subscription for it. It's a month. It's about £8 a month, but it means that I can generate instrumental music which won't get copyrighted. So I can say write something that sounds like Doctor Who, something that sounds like Star Wars, and it will do a pretty convincing job without copyright strikes. So not bad. As a matter of fact, the one that I used tonight is a variation of a Doctor Who one. I don't know which one, but
Well, because I mean, yeah, because we monetize. Lou doesn't monetize, so he just goes ahead and uses whatever he wants. But yeah, no, I only got one strike once, and it was actually when I was doing my Ares 1 build, and I found what I thought was a copyright-free Blue Danube.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, but apparently there was a German chamber orchestra from 1972 that somehow says they claim they owned it.
Yeah.
And so, but because it was so old, my dear friends at YouTube decided to allow me to keep half the revenue from that. And the German chamber music team got the rest of it. So far, they've managed to accumulate 47 cents. So they're doing very well.
I had the same exact problem with the Blue Danube. I couldn't find one that wasn't copywritten until I finally found one that was on a novelty album done with kazoos. And that was the one I used, was the Blue Danube done on the kazoo.
You know, YouTube has its own library of music you can use, though, don't you?
Oh yeah, but they'll change their mind on a whim about that stuff too.
Yeah, like the Blue Danube and that Tchaikovsky music at the start is all YouTube licensed from YouTube.
So, but how do you, if you're editing like I edit, I edit in iMovie. So how do you take that? Do you drag it onto your desktop? How do you?
You download it from the YouTube audio library, and then you just paste it into your program. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what
the scariest thing I ever had was years and years ago, I was doing a Godzilla versus Biollante, and I was doing the ship, and I had a little snippet of the movie in my video because I wanted to show what it looked like in the movie. And I got a copyright strike from Toho while the thing was still uploading.
Oh my God.
It's like it hadn't even been on YouTube's platform. I was still uploading it, and it already said this Toho Studios, demands you remove this from your video.
Crazy. Well, the reason I pay for Suno now is because I used to use something called Epidemic Sound, and they provide a big bank of library and licensed music that you can use. The problem is that if you decide you don't want to use Epidemic Sound anymore and cut their subscription off, they copyright all of your old content music.
Exactly.
It's like, what?
Exactly.
So I was like,
yeah,
no,
that's why I had joined Universal Music Library, and that's why I don't use it. That because you gave me that heads up, and so I don't do it.
But with Suno, I own the license to that track I've created for all time, so it's pretty cool.
Other than that, get yourself a good kazoo.
Yeah, well, that's how Simon Cowell made all of his money. He on all the acts that he represents, he put himself in the bands. He can't play a word of music, but he gets a triangle and he jingles the triangle on the tracks, and he gets royalties.
Well, wow. That's like Roddenberry putting the lyrics to a song we never heard the lyrics to. And, and he gets, and that's how he got on the royalties.
Yeah,
I'm confused because Mrs. World Away Esther's here, but
hello, Esther.
Well, I didn't hear her come in, and I've still got a dog in here, so I don't know what's going on. They're supposed to be guard dogs, but
Well, no, I can tell you, your dogs are not guard dogs.
You're safe, Wayne. They kept you safe.
Well, one of them did. The other one's like ran. The other thing you can't do with YouTube music is you can't put it on another platform. So if I restream to Twitch or I restream to Facebook,
I
imagine copyright strike on that platform.
They would come snatch that back in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, so. Does YouTube Music Library have some recognizable television themes?
Well, they've got lots of classics. They've got a lot of US Army stuff for some reason. So you've got your Star Spangled Banner, and you've got your "Oh Beautiful for Space."
Because nobody's afraid of the Army anymore.
But And they've got a lot of instrumentals. All of that stuff when I was Wonderfest, where I'm doing the slow pans and you've got that music playing, that's YouTube music. 26 minutes of it. But what I did on Suno, because I wanted to mix it up this year, was I says create 30 minutes of relaxing massage music, something like that you'd hear in a spa. So that's what it's done.
I use Windows Movie Maker, and it has a music library if you just want ambient sound in the background that you can use.
Oh, wow.
I imagine that's fairly cross-platformy, and they're not going to...
Do they still do that, Movie Maker? Because it doesn't come pre-bundled with Windows anymore, does it?
No, I think a very basic version of it does. But I went ahead and plugged for the full version because it was next to nothing. It wasn't one of those deals where you have to keep subscribing to it. It's like you bought it once and you own it.
Wow, that's cool.
But
well,
yeah, it's got a store. It's got a store if you're looking to buy, transition effects and things like that.
Well, Restream's had this upgrade now, so this is why I've got all of these animated backgrounds that you're seeing in the background. So I'm just playing around with them now. It is a fun thing to have Restream, but it is expensive to have this. You're looking at like $50, about £39 a month. This is
wow.
But it does enable me to do what you just saw there, and it enables me to have Zoom calls as well. I can't just do that with OBS, so it's a godsend sometimes. Plus, you'll find this stream's a lot more stable than my one that I've got upstairs, which keeps having dropouts and stuff.
I wonder if you just had a router repeater up there where that would take care of some of your problem.
It might do. I use power line adapters at the moment, so I plug in one downstairs and it uses the ring circuit, and then I plug one in upstairs, the electric ring circuit. But if you've got any interference on that, then that will play havoc with it. So, and that you can't just plug them into a multi-plug; they have to be plugged in directly to a wall socket. So, I don't know if you get them in America, do you?
Yeah. They're like a booster repeater. But I mean, the thing of it is what's classic about the US is, it's so monopolized everywhere, right? So certain areas of the country, you can only use one service. You don't have a choice. It's not like you can go, figure out, there's 10 different services and, use the one that you want to use, offers the best. No, you're stuck with the service in your area. And oftentimes they claim, if you pay extra money a month, you'll get the super secret boosted version. No, you don't. No, you don't. So, but we, out here, usually it's really, really good. I'm on wireless out here, Wi-Fi, but occasionally we get a glitch. But for the most part, it's been pretty good.
Well, with the power line adapters, Will's Workshop says they're not repeaters. They're not repeaters. They run on the ring circuit of the electrics of your house. So what they do is when you plug in one plug socket, it sends a signal down that ring wire that's going around your house, and it gets picked up by one at the other side. It's really mad. But if I was in the workshop here, my workshop's on an extension here, so it can't really get here. So it tries, but it can't get here.
No, what we've got here in the house is we've got repeaters. So they are hardwired. They're Ethernet, right?
Right. Yeah.
Ethernet cable to a repeater that picks up the signal and boosts it.
Wow. I don't know if that will work. Yeah.
So we've got good coverage. I mean, even all the way into the back of our yard, we've got great signal out there.
One other thing about this challenge is obviously you've seen this before us. So have you already got an idea what you're going to do, Phil?
Well, it's funny you should say that. I can't. I mean, I can reveal a couple of things. I don't care, because if you're gonna steal from me, then you're gonna lose anyway, because it's probably the worst idea of the three of us. But I looked at that when because I built that K7 thing, and I was going to build another one only because there was all of this discussion about the piece that's missing, that exterior tank, and then because that doesn't come with it, and then I found out that there was an actual aftermarket Shapeways made it. I don't know if anybody else does, but I have it before they went under. It's the shuttle bay, the opening in the where the shuttles are supposed to be.
Mhm.
They created there's actually a shuttle bay that you can put inside of it and light it, so it looks like you've got shuttles coming in and out of the station. So I got that bit. So I got all of this stuff. I've got AZTEK dummy masks. So I've got those. So I will build it again and light it with all of the accoutrement. But I'm staring at this thing and I'm thinking, what the hell else could you do with it? And I'm thinking that those 3 little circles, they look like wheels to me.
That'd be like a 3-wheel car, wouldn't it? Well, actually, it's one big wheel and 3 little ones, isn't it?
Here's what I was thinking: is if you saw the movie, The Martian, the movie, the Matt Damon movie.
Yeah,
I loved that vehicle, and I don't think I've ever found files for that or anything. I don't know. I can't remember if it's a beautiful.
They're out
design.
there. They're out there because I wanted to build it.
Are they? I haven't found them. If you've got a source, let me know, because I would love.
I might have already downloaded them. I'll have to check my files.
Really? Let me know where you found it, because I would love to build that. But anyway, I'm thinking that's the direction I'm going. I'm going in the direction of some kind of a Mars rover. There.
Okay. I ain't got a clue. It's the first time I've seen it, and I'm just like, my brain's going, oh my God, it looks like a cannon. I'm going to build a cannon and a space station.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing is, I'm actually, now that we're talking about this, I'm actually getting really, really excited, because one of the things that happened when I was building my ATST is a friend of mine, Murray, down in Australia. He has all these resources, and I don't know where he got it, but somebody took all these photos of the production model and researched every single part that's on it, and they've labeled it. So it's like, if it was a Hasegawa model, if it was a Tamiya model, whatever the brand was, they've got a line to it with a box. They've not only got the name of the kit, but they've got the part numbers.
Wow.
So you start to realize how amazing it must have been back then. Whoever went out to pick up these models, and they must have ordered 30 or 40 or 50 of each one. I don't know. But you go through this box and you start looking at it and you go, oh my God, you can see these pages. But they also went to cars too, to Porsches, especially. They love Porsches. So a lot of the parts that are in the wheel, in the legs, and in the back of the head of the Walker are engine parts from a Porsche.
While I've got you on the subject, because I've just remembered something I wanted to ask you while I've got you together. Phil, your news about it had visceral. It was visceral online about the reboots of the Owen Allen, the Land of Giants time tunnel. I think that's going to be a brilliant idea. I think the world's ready for that, but it seemed to have a lot of negative sort of response to it.
Well, Kira Goldsmith, I mean, there's a violent reaction to Goldsmith, and there are lovers of his work, and there are absolute haters of his work. And here's the problem that you're going to run into, and you're never going to escape it, is when you get the rights to a very prominent thing like this, you are literally facing a fandom that have their own ideas of what things should look like, and if you move away from those things, you're going to get a violent reaction. But I promise you, there is not a single fan out there who's a hater of Akira Goldsmith who won't tune in to see Land of the Giants. They will. They'll go to check it out, and who knows whether it'll be good or it'll be bad. I mean, I was involved in attempting to reboot Giants for 5 minutes. And one of the things that we were struggling with at the time was the technology to be able to produce something like that. But today, you know, the sky's the limit. I mean, you don't have those limitations. 30 years on, we've got access to so much incredible production value and skills to make these things that, you know, it could be amazing. The key is going to be great writing, and it's going to be execution. And, you know, in the writing, I hope, because I don't think he's going to write everything himself, but I really hope that whoever tackles this doesn't think that all they need to do is watch a couple of episodes of a show and they've got it down pat, because that's the mistake. It's a very slippery slope to go down when you kind of dismiss it. You know, you look at the outside structure of these stories. You know, I don't care what world you're in, Star Trek, whatever world you're in. If you think that just by looking at 1 or 2 episodes, you understand the world, you know, that's not how it works. You know, if you're
really I'd like to see more visual effects as well, rather than the overuse of CGI that I think is going on at the moment. It's
yeah, that's going to be tough, but I'm sure there'll be all kinds of there will be add-ons and stuff like this. But you know, it's the physics of the world. If you look at the greats like James Cameron or even Spielberg and Lucas, you know, they want to know what the physics is, meaning how do things work? How does it relate to other things in the world? You know, why is it this color? Why is it that color? Why is it this big? Why does it do this? And people actually sit around and talk about this stuff and try to figure it out, because when you make something incredible credible, then you can make it incredible again. And I think it works.
So Mark wants to know, how would you feel if someone decided to reboot Sequest?
I think it would be awesome. Listen, you know, I think that we are, you know, I don't know, when you tackle something like that, you're not a gatekeeper. It's a legacy thing, right? People are going to constantly evolve and make things, improve on things, make them better. But you know, it would be an absolute honor if somebody tried. I think it's terrific.
Lou, is there anything you'd like to see rebooted? Because I'll tell you why I brought that up, because my friend wanted me to get something for him, and I'd never, ever heard of it. It's an old 70s show, never heard of it. And I've started watching it. I'm like, how on earth have I missed this? Have you ever heard of someone called Kolchak? The Night Stalker. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Oh my
gosh.
No, I've been introduced to that world.
Gavin, the old man.
Yeah.
Awesome show.
And a spiritual predecessor to the X-Files.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So
a great show.
They only made one season, but
that would be a great remake.
Yeah, there were 2 or 3 movies of the week.
Yeah,
and then it went to series after that.
Never heard of it.
Oh yeah. Well, I was just thinking, you know, since it was originally, you know, Irwin Allen, Time Tunnel was basically a clip show. It was what public domain footage could we put in the background, and you know, and what costumes can we raid from the wardrobe to make our stories. And it's like, well, yeah, we've got, you know, 50 more years of stock footage we could be using.
Be good.
There's all kinds of new stories. I mean, basically, it's at its best or at its worst, Time Tunnel is Doctor Who, because it's okay. We're going to go back into this historical moment and show you something, or change something, or make sure the thing that got screwed up happens or doesn't happen. And it's like, okay, that's a lot of what Doctor Who does. Except, you know, it's all on Earth. But that could be fun, as long as a lot of that territory has been tread very, very trampled down. I mean, there's a lot of time travel.
They first of all, they must have, because what's interesting is that Kevin, what was his name? Kevin Burns. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, Kevin Burns from Legacy, or from
his company was
Legacy, but yeah, it's the people that had the Irwin Allen.
Prometheus.
Yeah.
He was partnered for 5 minutes with John Jasny. And it's John Jasny, who is a lawyer, who's now back in the fray. I think he went running back. I don't know if Sheila Allen's still alive, but after Kevin, passed away, and I knew Kevin. He was an interesting character. We tried to work together several times with John Jasny, but I think John is really a passionate fan of the Irwin Allen world. So they're going to do Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. I think Time Tunnel and Land of the Giants are the three that they're going to develop.
I just don't see what they can do with Time Tunnel that hasn't been done, already with Quantum Leap.
Well, I think again we're in a situation where brands matter.
You're right. Well, it's all going to come down to the casting.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
because I didn't think much of the reboot of that Quantum Leap. You're talking about that.
Yeah, but if there's somebody funny or charismatic, or if it's all going to hang on the personality, like Night Stalker, it's going to hang on the personality of the lead actor or actress, or group of actors. But of the three, I think I would be most curious about seeing something Land of the Giants as opposed to the other two, because the other two just seems more well trod, and there's less.
Again, I think they're all they're all going to be very difficult to. I mean, trust me when I tell you, sitting in a writer's room and trying to come up with a certain amount of episodes. I think if they do this, they'll do it streaming, and they'll probably do maybe a 6 or 8 episode arc on these to start. But the budgets will be significant if they get going. So they'll if they're in the right hands, they'll do a good job.
When you come to think about all three of them, basically would depend on one standing set, and the rest is all wherever they go that week.
Yeah, it's all location stuff.
But
the hardest one is going to be Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, because the second you get into water, even if you do everything in CG, it's very difficult to keep an audience interested.
And how soon do we? How many episodes do we get before we find the Hollow Earth and everything's dry land and there is no water to deal with?
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
It's going to be fun to see that. Well, we have got our challenge now. We're not going to be showing videos of this until we do the reveal. That's right, isn't it? So
right.
On social media, you know what we're like. So
yeah, I know. Well,
don't show each other either.
No.
Well, we can't help that, because you're dealing with 5-year-olds, so I don't really know what to tell you. But no, I mean, I will definitely record the build, but yeah, let's not put them up on the channels until after the reveal video has gone over to.
Cool. Well, the challenge is set. So I'm looking forward to this. I think I am going to call it the scratch and sniff challenge, because it seems that was Lou's idea.
I need to get my challenge shirt. So can you put the link up so that we can get our challenge?
Yeah, I've got the link. Look, I've got QR codes on here, haven't I? So let's try and figure that one out. So the QR code. Look, visit my merch. Here we go. There it is. Look at that.
Right, hang on, leave it up.
It's got the camera in chat, I think, as well. It should have done that. Oh, it didn't. Normally it puts something in chat.
It's saying restream.
Yeah, click on it.
There it is.
There you go.
Got it.
And look, it pops up on the screen. Someone scanned your QR code.
Oh, I got it. Look at it. There it is.
Yeah.
All I'm getting is Wayne's face. I got it.
Wait a minute. What is this one? All I want for Christmas is AZTEK dummy masks. When did that
happen? Oh, that's not meant to be out yet. That's the festive bit.
By the way, if you've ever gone, have you visited Cosmic Scale Models recently?
Yeah, I've seen I went because he's just come back from a show in Bolton, in Chester. He was doing a show there, and I've seen he's got the figures for the Evo Pod in there as well.
Looks really cool. Well, I went over there because I was hoping I wanted to build the bug from to go with my blue midget. I wanted to build
from Red Dwarf.
Starbug.
Yeah,
I wanted to build a Starbug. I thought he sold Starbugs.
No, he doesn't have a Starbug. That's why he made the blue midget.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get the tie-dyed shirt.
Where do I get the Starbug?
It's available to download online, but I don't think there's an official kit for it.
There's not a commercial kit. There was a couple garage kits of that because I saw it. I got mine at Wonderfest a couple of years ago.
And where did you get your Red Dwarf from? I keep asking you that. Your big red one.
Carwin Morris. He scratch built that for me.
Wow, amazing. Because I was looking for old videos the other day, and I thought, God, how much weight did I have on when I come and visit you, Lou? But I was looking around your thing again with your Slimer stuck on your wall on the outside. It's only when I look at it again and I'm still seeing things that I haven't seen before. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't realize you got two mannequins in your room because you got one with Darth Vader's helmet on it, or you had.
I have, three if you count the Cylon.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
In the chair and then the Monster Maroon with Vader's helmet on it. Yeah.
And have you got two Aries 1Bs in there? It looked like
not anymore.
Oh, right. Okay. One's gone.
I got rid of one of them, gave it away.
Wow. Interesting.
Have you all these different materials you can get your shirts in? Have you checked any of them out? Like, what's vintage wash?
Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm trying to order one of each. And what you can do is if you look at the T-shirts, if you scroll to the bottom and click on like men's apparel or just apparel, it shows you all the things you can get from hoodies to vintage to everything.
What's a premium versus a vintage wash versus an active T-shirt?
The vintage wash one, I think, is sort of like a faded look.
Do you want to know what the T in T-shirt stands for?
I don't know. I thought it was the shape of the shirt, wasn't it?
No, it stands for Tyrannosaurus because of the short arms.
That's what Esther's got.
It's a Tyrannosaurus shirt.
That's easy for you to say.
Tyrannosaurus.
Wayne, maybe I join you and Phil for Wonderfest in 2026. Well, I said, as long as everything keeps going okay with our country at the moment, which, you've got our, look, I'm going to put this up on the screen. You've got, where are we? There, look. Even though I'm putting it up there, you've got our Prime Minister at the moment, so good luck with that. he's
all right, well, the only thing I'm freaking out about right now is, I'm trying to bring several things to Wonderfest this year. I'm trying to, and trying to get that ATST. I think I'm gonna. What did he say?
He wins one silver award and it goes.
Yeah, it goes to his head.
Now he's got to bring 1,000 different entries.
No, excuse me. I'm trying to bring just a couple of things. If God, forgive me,
He won an award the first year, right out of the gate. No, you need humbling, sir. You need to bring 4 or 5 things that win nothing for them.
Yeah, well, that's probably what's going to happen. But the point is, that wasn't the point of this conversation. The point of this is how to physically get things there without, breaking them.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Oh, well, there you go. But gentlemen, thank you for the challenge tonight. This is going to be fun, and thank you for joining me. It's been excellent, and I can't wait to, just so you know, that I've been on the run that we finished off last time we were drinking together on these live streams. So.
May I say, it's been a privilege and a pleasure for you to have Lou here.
It's great to see me, isn't it?
It certainly is. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for that.
Right.
Take care, and I will see you later.
Bye.
Bye. That's fun. I'll tell you what. I think the first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to lose the boxes. So I'm going to take all the bits out and put them just in the brown box, because this. Looking at this is going to make me think Canon all the time, and looking at this is going to make me feel like Space Station. I think if I'm only just looking at sprues, it might make those creative juice start flowing and figure out what else could it be. Because at the moment, I'm just seeing cannons and space stations. It's something that I need to try and sort out, I think. But it's all fun. I hope you've enjoyed this unveiling tonight. It's going to be fun. Remember, on the 24th of April, we're going to be doing the reveal for this. And it's going to be interesting. Check out our social media channels to see what we're doing. Now, I'm also going to be putting some links, some QR codes up on here, because I'm aware some of you might not know Phil's channel at Sprueverse. And there is his link to his channel there. And that was his London shirt logo there. That's in the store at the moment. So that's Phil Segal at Sprueverse. And then we've got Lou Dalmaso at AZTEK Dummy. And there's his link there. So, and you've watching my channel. So hopefully you've got my link already. But, you know, for anyone who hasn't, there's my link there as well. Oh, it's all been fun. Create your own Death Star. I don't think so. But anyway, listen, I really do hope you enjoyed that stream tonight. I'm looking forward to getting this started. Remember, Darth Vader's going to be on the channel tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Take care.